Hello YouTube, Assassin here today, and welcome back to another video on this time showing my add-ons, because I get asked this a lot, and my other ones are really kind of outdated, and I felt like making a new version of it, because I've gotten new add-ons since then. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First up is NPC Scan Overlay. All this does is where it just shows you where the rares are. I used this to farm Spirit Beasts back then on my Hunter when I played Beast Mastery. That's really all there is to it. There's really no other use for the add-on unless you want to find rares. It's mostly, like I said, for hunters, I feel like, overall. But I'll show you what it does. For example, like, say I'm going to Northrend to get the Spirit Beast in Sholazar Basin. It would essentially show up on the map. Unfortunately, I have some parts of it disabled, but because it kind of annoyed me a little bit, but because I don't really play my hunter much anymore anyways. So it's kind of disabled. But essentially that is what the add-on does, and you could just mess around with it, etc., set path colors, whatever you feel like. So it's essentially what it does. Like I said, I had the add-on disabled unfortunately right now, so because I haven't really used it, but that's pretty much essentially what it does. Altaholic is basically an add-on which you can use for your alts to track stuff. For example, if I wanted to find, let's see, my BOA plate, or yeah, my BOA plate or something, or let's see, for example, let's type in, let's see, where is it? I know there's somewhere around here. Dignified Headmaster's Charts, and you don't, let's say you don't know where it is, so you type in DAG, I think that's, wait, that's the, yeah, and it would be on all realms. You type it in, you click all realms, type in DOG again, and it tells you where it is. Kung Fu or Gun Titch. So that's essentially where I'll find it. And that's basically all this add-on is really good for. So you can find stuff if you don't know where it is on alts, and yeah. It's a really useful add-on, so if you're wanting to level an alt, can't find BOA, it's essentially where you would want to go. Handy Notes is to help you find chests on either Warlords of Draenor, for example, like, because that's how I leveled my tune. When you get to 90, you could just level by chests. You get insane experience from it. So you just go all over the place, find stuff. There's one for Argus, if you want to do that as well. I think I don't have that one right now. Yeah, I don't have it right now, otherwise it would be on the map. Actually, no, I already found all the chests, so it's probably it too. But it would tell you where all the chests are and what you need to do to get them. And that's Handy Notes. Killing Blow Announcer. So, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, obviously, about the PvP ones the most. Killing Blow Announcer is basically an add-on that will tell you when you got the KB, and you can also mess around with it. If you have seen my older videos, I used to have this like Lich King picture and a voice for every time I killed somebody. It would say like, it would show the picture of the face, and then it would say in the Lich King voice, like, mercies for the weak, or like, apocalypse, or something like that. I got rid of that, but you can do whatever you want. You can make it sound like Seathun if you want to, or Lich King, Deathwing. I'm sure you could do practically all this stuff. I just have it I disabled it, or actually not disabled it, but got rid of it. You can make it type in any message you want after your KB, like say, I'm the best, or whatever, after you killed somebody. Obviously, I would probably not put that, but that's just an example. I just find it kind of annoying to do that after kills. That's just me personally. And last but not least, emotes. Here's all the emotes you could do after you kill somebody. Of course, you could see that I'm not really a huge fan of emotes. In fact, I have them disabled at least. So, but if you are a fan of emoters to make people really angry, you can put any of these checkmarked. And after you kill one of them, it should go off. And I actually every time I look at this, I'm like looking at it like, some of these I've never even heard of. I mean, obviously I've heard of like chicken or laugh or fart face palm. It's like some of these other ones I've never even heard of, like amaze, bite, blush, cheer. But actually, maybe I should use some of these. JK. I don't know. Either way, I'm not gonna spend all this time looking at this. Yeah, you guys can mess around with it if you want to download this add-on. Personally, it's one of my favorite. I wish I could help you guys with what I did with the whole Lich King thing, but I was actually thinking about going back to it the other day, but it took me like 2 days to figure it out, and now I'm actually like thinking to myself, how did I even do it? But because it is not easy to figure out. It took me so long to figure it out, and might take easier time for you guys to figure it out because I'm not really the smartest person in the world. But yeah. So either way, moving on. Kill shot is basically like killing blow announcer. You can set up messages. I use a lot of PvP add-ons, and some of these I have disabled. Like I think I disabled kill shot because I have so many add-ons, but Kyosho is basically like killing blow announcer, and in similar ways, you can type whatever message you want after somebody kills that. The only thing that is really interesting about this add-on is that it keeps track of your kill streak. Like, for example, it could go up to like 200 kills without dying. Once you die, the kill streaks reset. So, like, say you got 50 kills, you die, goes right back to 0. And I think it tracks other people's kills as well. So, like, if somebody kills something with the and they have this add-on, you will know, and it'll be in chat, and you can see what they got up to. So there's that. It's pretty interesting. Emotes, you can type in emotes, and if you want to do that, every time you kill somebody, just like killing blow announcer, the emote will go off. Another cool thing about this is if you play it with sound, there should be, I think this one, does it play sound? I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see, where is it? I don't know if there is. I have to mess around with it more, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the add-ons that plays with sound. I'm not going to just go around and I'll do a quick look real quick. Text execute sound. Okay, I don't know. You have to mess around with it. Like I said, I have it disabled. I think you need 2 add-ons with it. Killshot sounds. I don't know. Either way, if you want that, you can mess around with it. I believe you need killshot sounds, so I might not have it anymore. So, mixed scrolling battle text is an add-on that I get complained about a lot, but I've been trying to mess around with it. I'm trying to make it better for you guys. This add-on, I just love it personally, and it's one of my favorites. I don't really ever plan on getting rid of it. So for people who ever if you guys watch this video, I just don't plan on ever getting rid of it. It's just something I like to play with, but I'm gonna try to make it a little less stressful for you guys on your eyes, because I have to agree with you. I do have everything kind of like messed up. You can checkmark and uncheckmark stuff, and essentially this is what the add-on does. It'll be on the right hand screen here, and you can see the damage on the right side of the screen. I finally disabled some stuff, so it should only show the attack, so hopefully that'll be a little bit easier on you guys. Anyways, that's essentially what that add-on does. Mr. Target is a new add-on that I got because I used to use battleground targets. If you guys have been around for a while, you will know that. And battleground targets does not work anymore. I had to get rid of it. It just didn't work. I tried everything, just like I said, didn't work. And this is what this is what Mr. Target does. It's called Mr. Target. You type in /Mr. T, this will pop up. You'll see the right hand screen. You can make it you can show friendly units as well, which will be on the left hand screen. I don't do that because it's annoying to have the whole entire screen filled up, especially with friendly units. Like, why would you want to use it? I guess unless you're a healer, but it's just like, why would you need it? So I disable it. If you want to make the scaling smaller, you can do that. For 40 mans, I recommend disabling it entirely, because for some reason, whenever I do 40 mans with Mr. Target, you will lag out, apparently, because that's the only time I've ever lagged out really in 40 mans, is having this up. I don't know what it is, just something with the add-on, I suppose. So I have it disabled. Just a warning though, you will have to mess with it on every single tune, because every other tune it seems like you have to just redo it, so I have to disable it. Friendly units on every single toon. Just thought you guys should know. Nameplate cooldowns is something I get asked about a lot. Type in NC, nameplate cooldowns will pop up, and you can disable or checkmark whatever you want. This will track the cooldowns of the enemy player. For example, if you disable Bladestorm, you will no longer see above their screen when it will come up. So, like, for example, I'm fighting a warrior, I have Bladestorm uncheckmarked, and he used it. It'll show how much longer the cooldown is until it comes back up. And that goes for anything you have uncheckmarked. So if I uncheckmark, for example, Avatar, I will not know when it comes back up for that warrior. So I have that I have that back up. So if you don't want to know, for example, when Stormbolt doesn't want to come back up, like you don't care about that, you could uncheckmark it. You'll never have to worry about when you don't know it'll come back up. But I'm sure people don't want to know that, so I have it up. And that goes for really about anything. If you don't want to know when Gorge is coming back up, you can just disable that. So anyways, you guys kind of get the point. I use that with Tidy Plates, by the way, which is down here. So it works with Nameplate Cooldowns. And I believe Nameplate Cooldowns works with a few other add-ons, but I use it with, like I said, with Tidy Plates. And you can disable, hold on, damage profile for, let's get rid of that, include my debuffs, so that way it's a little bit more like you can see when it comes up, because I keep forgetting to unclick include my debuffs so I can see easier. Anyways, I use recount, standard damage thing, so there's that. Prat is an add-on that you can copy and paste stuff. For example, like I did /help commands, you could just do that. Press Control-C, and then you could just, like, for example, whisper to somebody. Yeah, so let me see right here. I'll get away from this guy so he doesn't think I'm absolutely crazy. So, yeah, you can just link it that. You can link it to somebody and whisper. I'll just use myself, for example. Sorry, my mistake. I use, I might as well say this too. But anyways, as an example, see? You guys are probably wondering why I had my whispers disabled. A few weeks, actually months probably by now, there was a guy who pretty much would harass me on his level 1s. He would bypass the ignore feature. I spammed it every time, but he would just create level 1 after level 1 after level 1 after level 1 over and over just to spam me. It might even be in one of my videos. I don't really completely 100% know, but it probably is. Anyways, he would just spam level 1s, and it would just be ridiculous. So I got Bad Boy add-on, which blocks all whispers. I know this is a place where you have to talk to other players. So if you're about to join a raid or you're about to whisper somebody, I suggest typing in Bad Boy, unblocking the whisper for a few seconds, and if you don't want to talk to anybody after you get into the raid, or like whisper wise, then you can just reblock it. Your friends on Real ID can still whisper you even with it on, so you don't have to freak out about it. You can whisper them still. But you don't have to worry about any more rage whispers. You don't have to worry about harassment. You don't have to worry about anything ever again. So that's really about it for my add-ons, guys. You guys wanted this kind of thing. Hope this helps. See you guys for the next video. I actually forgot there was one more add-on I forgot to show you guys, so hold on, one more thing. Gdb Sound. This is actually, like I said, similar to the whole kill shot thing, and this is the sound thing. So I just thought you guys should probably see this too, because this was the add-on I was thinking about the whole sound thing. And this is what it does.
Pancake.
You can choose any voice you want from this list, and every time you kill somebody, it will do a voice, and it won't say pancake, obviously, every time you kill somebody, at least for this version. But, so yeah, you can do Halo 4.
Snapshot. Axe is impressed.
Anyways, now, that's essentially all there is for the add-on. hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And now you know for sure this is it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section below. See you guys for the next video.